Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Retrograde Entropy. As you can see, I've got the window open and a little bit of air is coming in, so starting to feel a little bit better about the cold air. Just a little bit though, about getting fresh air and stuff. So yesterday was fairly interesting. So I went out, I bought a whole bunch of high iron foods and red meats and stuff like that. Sort of went okay. I felt a little bit funny after eating a crap load of dried apricots. This bag is almost empty. I didn't get through the whole thing in one day, but I got through most of it. Yeah, it does a little bit of funny stuff to my stomach, but nothing too serious. And I ate quite a bit of the deli meat, like not dried beef, but just roast beef from the deli, and that tasted alright. So I'm not sure if I would ever have it for dinner though. That's kind of I think I'm over the deli meat for dinner sort of approach, and the chicken has been cooking relatively like good. It's been consistently good the way I've cooked it. So I think I can go back to meat, actual meat, just in all of my dinner meals. So anyway, I did go out to the work thing yesterday, which was pretty good. I was a little bit nervous because I was feeling still a bit faint from lack of iron. I believe it's lack of iron. I still haven't confirmed that, but yeah, it was alright. As expected, when I go out and when I'm sort of interacting with people and going outside and actually doing stuff like we were doing lawn bowls, I think so. That was a bit. It was a bit more engaging, so I didn't really get tired. I didn't feel any fatigue doing that, so that was fine. Didn't get back home until late, like 10 p.m. And then I accidentally left my house keys in the car. And of course, once you close the garage, you can't get the garage open again because it's an electric garage. So I had to call up my parents and get them to drive over and drop my spare keys off. So thank you very much, Mum and Dad, if you're watching this, for doing that. But yeah, overall, it's a really interesting what happened yesterday at the work do, because so I was really worried about the wind getting me like giving me a chill and stuff like that. So I did actually go out after I cast yesterday's video and I went down to Aussie Disposals, which luckily was just down the road, because I was worried about going to the shopping centre and having to walk around looking for a very light windproof coat, because yeah, walking around obviously kills me after a while. So I found an Aussie Disposal just down the road though, so I went down there, bought a couple of I think they're windproof and waterproof coats, but very light, like doesn't warm you up at all. So I bought those, and then I put one of those in my bag when I went off to the work thing. Now it was a bit sunny out there, but I had a hat with a brim, so that was not a problem. And it started to get a bit windy as well. And because it was fairly hot in the car, and I didn't want to turn the air conditioning on because I was worried about getting a chill, so I kind of had the fan on a bit. But I was still a bit hot after I got out, so I was kind of had my jumper off, had my thermal undershirt off, and it was like 25, 24 degrees, something like that. The wind did pick up a little bit, and I thought about putting the windproof jacket on, and I was just like, no, let's just see how it goes, because I didn't want to wear it anyway because it looked stupid. It was a pretty sunny day, so it looked stupid wearing that. So I decided not to put it on. I decided to sort of just see how it went, see how it goes. I wasn't feeling sick. I was just feeling cold at that point. Yeah, so I went through it, and yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens today, because if I come down with something, if I'm sick, then obviously we know that is a long-term bad thing. Like, as in, if I go out and the wind's blowing and I get really, really chilled, then I'm going to get sick. Whereas if I don't get sick today, then it's just like a temporary thing. So I go out, I feel a bit cold. I feel more cold than normal because of an iron deficiency, but I just feel cold. But it's not actually making me sick. Now, I think it's a better chance of getting sick if there's like some other reason for you getting sick, like a virus or bacteria or something like that. But it's not going to cause me to become sick just straight up. So anyway, that's pretty much that. So what I'm thinking is, if that's the case, then I should be able to do a lot more outdoor things without worrying about getting sick. So I should be able to go out and take a walk. And if I get a bit of a chill, then it's probably okay. And I do feel pretty good today. So I think going out, spending a few hours outside, even though it was windy, even though it was a bit of a chill, I think overall that did me quite a bit of good. So I think, I think I'm going to start with my walks again fairly soon. I did have a ton of red meat last night because I had a barbecue going, and they had little lamb cutlets and a bunch of hamburger meat and a couple of sausages. So I had a ton of that stuff. So I think I really bulked up on my iron from just last night. So what I'm probably going to do today is, I think I've got my meals planned out. So I've got I'm going to have 4 different types of meals. So I got the chicken drumsticks and the chicken skewers. I'm eating one of the chicken skewers right now, just finishing it off. Absolutely delicious these are, when you cook them properly, which I think I've got them cooked properly. So I do that. So I do those 2. And then I've got the lamb cutlets, which I just bought. Well, I haven't bought. I'm going to buy some today, and they're going to be my half meal for a little while until I actually start putting them into full meals. And so I'll try and do that. And then I've got the big slabs of lamb, which I used to have, and I'm pretty sure I know how to cook them. I don't know if I can manage to get them cooked in the convection oven, but I think I'll be able to. I mean, that does include a grill. So I just got to figure out how long to put them in, and then flip them over and do them on the other side. And I reckon I should be able to. Should be able to figure it out. So yeah, and probably the lamb cutlets as well. I should be able to figure that out. So we'll figure all that stuff out. That'll be my other 2 type of meals, which leaves a gap in the half meal sort of thing. I'd love to go back to minced and tacos, because that would be even more iron. But I mean, I'll get enough iron from the lamb, the 2 different lamb meals, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff balanced on my desk. There's like 10 bottles of mineral water, all empty. They just need to get moved out to the recycle bin. But I think the recycle bins went out and got collected yesterday. So anyway, that's fine. It's all just, you can just see the edge of one bottle on the edge of the screen, but there's like 10 of them just sitting there. Anyway, that's good. As far as cleaning up the house, I've been okay on getting rid of the containers. I've got a couple here that I need to move into the kitchen, but overall I've been pretty good. There's no longer like 10 or 12 containers just lying around. Now it's mostly about like 4 or 5 at the most, and I sort of get them pushed into the dishwasher on a regular basis. I've got a little robot vacuum cleaner, which I haven't used in a while, so I moved the charging station for that out into the lounge room, or the dining room technically, and I've been running that a few times. So there's some bits that it can't reach though, but I did get a dustbuster, and that actually arrived this morning. So just a little handheld thing, because the full vacuum cleaner, that's like actual work, that is. And the vacuum cleaner I got is like so old and crappy. So I gotta get a little dustbuster, and I'm gonna get that into, because there's some really big chunks of dust that the little robot just doesn't want to pick up because it's like too big for it or something. And also there's some little areas behind doors and in certain places that it can't get. So I'll get the dustbuster, the little handheld thing, to clean those areas up, and the robot take care of the rest. And that should result in the house being, well, the floor being cleaner anyway, because there have been like bits of dust like this big just sort of lying around on the floor for ages, and I just ignore them. My dust allergy I think I got cured a while ago, and it definitely seems like I got cured, because otherwise they'd be driving me mad. But I just ignore them. I ignore them, and they ignore me, and it seems to work out fine. So anyway, but it'd be nice to get rid of them. So that's done. So today I might go for a walk in the evening. I'm feeling okay at the moment, but I might go out for a walk in the evening. I'll try and keep a eye on my condition. If I start to feel sick, then we'll have to see how we go. I start feeling a tiny little bit of a headache at the moment. So we may have to keep an eye on this sort of situation. Maybe I'll close the window again or something. Oh, maybe I've just been watching too much YouTube. But we'll see how we go. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.